This should be going live.
Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. This meeting is now being live streamed. What up, people? What up, people? It's currently 9 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. Welcome to another episode of NFT Fridays, the final NFT Fridays of the year. Just waiting for our special guest Hussein to come through, aka Web 3.0. Sorry, Storm Web 3.0, not our Storm, another Storm. He's actually the head of the Kingston Crypto Uni Society. Let's give him a second. Let's go live on the IG. Let's go live on the IG. Start the group chat now. Live now. All right. Let me give him a quick call. He said he was having a problem before coming in. Oh, he's here. He's here.
What's good?
Yo, yo, yo. Storm, can you hear us?
With London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston.
Okay, let's let Crypto Boss in.
Okay.
What's up? What's up? How you doing, broski?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. Okay, so we got Crypto Boss in here. Crypto Boss, this is Crypto Boss from the Caribbean, right?
It's the only guy, only one crypto boss in the Caribbean. That's me.
Only one Crypto Boss in the Caribbean. Yes, I'm blessed, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I might be a little shaky today because I'm actually on a boat traveling from Trinidad back to Tobago, which is my island. So I'll be in and out. But I'm on. I'm hanging in there with you guys.
So let's get this straight. On the last episode of NFT Fridays, we've got Crypto Boss on a boat from Trinidad to Tobago.
That's correct.
What is correct. Everyone's excuse for not turning up to NFT Fridays live? Someone cut that up.
Clip that up.
How does that work in terms of border control and stuff? Like, are they strict? Or is it like
no. It's remember, it's Trinidad and Tobago. It's one government, two countries, two separate islands. So you can move within the islands as you very well please. It's like 3 hours, a 3-hour trip.
All right. Amazing. Okay, we've got Nzube coming in. Okay, so let's get the show started. What's good, people? It's currently 13 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Friday, the 30th of December, 2022. What an amazing year it has been. A rocky road indeed. Big ups to my bear market developers that are still here. Blockchain Sensei has been here with you every single week, not just once a week, not just twice a week, but multiple times a week throughout the entire bear market. So hopefully we are an institution that you can trust that will keep developing despite the prices tanking of NFTs, crypto, and stocks. NFT Fridays is a free weekly webinar hosted by Blockchain Sensei covering everything NFTs, metaverse, etc., with special guests. Register your free tickets in the blockchain.sensei Instagram IG bio. Click on the link tree. You'll be sent a Eventbrite link. And yeah, same Zoom link every week. Alternatively, catch us live at youtube.com/blockchainsensei. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Today's special guest is Storm from who is actually the head of Kingston University Crypto Society. So he's got some of his community here. We're here to talk about Solana NFTs. I know some of the biggest projects in Solana in terms of the NFT world have moved over, including but not limited to DGods, to Polygon and Ethereum. So we're here to address that after the news. But before all of that, quick disclaimer. Disclaimer, all our content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, nor place any trades. Please always do your own research. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It is very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. Any professional financial advisors in this room, please say no or forever hold your peace. No advisors in the room. Okay. Or independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with, what big word is this, guys? Risk. Please always do your own research. Again, none of us are financial advisors in this room, and we do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. If you're unable to mitigate your risk, please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. You can email us at hello@blockchainsensei.com or tweet us at blockchainsen or send us a DM on Instagram. So let's have a look at some quick news before giving the floor to our very, very special guest, Storm Web 3.0, who you should follow on Instagram, who's the head of Kingston University Crypto Society. So, HSBC Bank. So banking giant HSBC files trademarks for a wide range of digital currency and metaverse products. This was filed 2 weeks ago. Some of you may have seen this on the internet. We may... we have non-Web3 people here as well, but let's just have a look at this. So it covers financial advisory services, providing processing of virtual credit card, virtual debit card, virtual prepaid cards, and virtual payment card transactions in the metaverse, providing payment processing services, namely credit card, prepaid card, gift card, and payment card transaction processing services in the metaverse again, covering virtual currencies. I feel like this is quite interesting as well. It also covers downloadable music files authenticated by NFTs, downloadable multimedia files containing artwork, text, audio, and video authenticated by non-fungible tokens. Fidelity. First of all, who are Fidelity? Fidelity are well, they do a lot of things, mind you, but they are an American multinational financial services corporation based in Boston. They have 4.5 trillion of assets under management. As of well, that was back in the day. As of now, the administration amounts to 11.8 trillion. Fidelity Investments operate a brokerage firm, manages family and mutual funds. So basically, they do a lot. And they have filed for metaverse and NFT trademarks, much like HSBC, amongst other institutions. Finally, ApeCoin DAO elects new special council members. So this is a repost from a page called beast.eth. Board Ape G, who doesn't have an Instagram because he's so Web3, doesn't want to be on Web2, he or she. Let's see what they have to say. Our ApeCoin DAO faces significant challenges to achieve its goal of making Ape the token of choice for the Web3 economy. Specifically, our DAO lacks organizational infrastructure, in addition to facing legal, tax, and regulatory roadblocks and the most innovative proposals. We need leadership on the special council who listen to the community, has technical sophistication to take immediate action on our needs and can make us feel well. I'm glad Board Ape G recognizes this because there is a lack of structure in that DAO. And then we've got Vera the Ape, who we actually know what she looks like. She's this lovely Asian lady, and what she has to say is she wants to offer perspectives from Asian communities with her deep understanding and experience of community building around the world, to uplift women through platforms, shouts to women in Web3 because there's not enough. They encourage engagement to create a framework for successful DAOs. Then we've got Jerry, who has an Instagram called NFT Jerry. I don't know what Jerry looks like. I'm seeking a seat on the special council specifically to represent and report back to the community regularly and predictably while improving participation, awareness, and general communication around the ApeCoin DAO. So these were the votes as follows. Board Ape G is obviously the most popular with our Instagram account. And then we've got Vera the Ape, who is this Asian lady. Jerry, who I don't know what it looks like, and Degentraland. So these are the results of the voting. And each one of these members will be receiving $20,000 worth of ApeCoin per month, which is, if ApeCoin bounces up back to all-time highs and smashes that, that's going to be worth a lot more. Finally, also, just to let you guys know, the other two members of the council from the previous year are Yatsu, the co-founder of Animoca Brands, and Alex Ahonian, the co-founder of Reddit. If you don't know what Animoca Brands are, they are the leader, they're a leader in the field of digital entertainment, specializing in blockchain, gamification, and AI technologies. So, big up Shiga Labs and what they're doing on their side. So, without further ado, we got a lot of stuff in the chat. Okay. It's just someone saying 222 a lot of times.
Yeah, that's basically there's a battle like in the reading it.
Bro, your
Guys,
mic is, I can't hear what you're saying, bro.
can you not hear me? Is the mic struggling? Hold on.
The mic is struggling, bro, I can't lie.
Hold on. Let me try to fix this.
No worries.
Hello, is this good? Can you hear me?
Can't lie, you sound like a robot, bro.
Oh no. Oh, this is not
Oh, good
stuff.
Okay.
Wait,
hold on,
can
let
I
me
just
try
jump in on your phone?
yeah, let me try and join on my phone.
Oh, you're
Okay.
back, you're back, you're back, you're back.
Wait, am I good? Am I good?
You're good, you're good. You wasn't good
All right,
before.
cool. Yeah. That's people from the DAO I work in reading it. The slogan's 222. All right.
Okay,
Everything good?
okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Let me make you
Alright.
co-host. Let me make you co-host as well.
All right.
Make co-host, yeah. So you can admit people if they come through, and you can share your screen if you want. But yeah, please, please talk to the world about Solana NFTs, especially with the current state of well, not current state, but the current consensus, especially for people outside the community right now, with large NFT projects from Solana moving off. You know, tell us the story. The gods got paid, according to A's in the chat. Hello. Am I good? Hello. What is going on? Am I connected to you guys?
Oh, hello?
Hello. Yo. Hello. Hello. Guys, can you guys hear me? Are we good?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
All right. Where's our guest? Oh, damn. Hey, let me give him a quick call. Sorry, I think our guest lost connection.
Yo, bro.
Yo, you jumping back in? Right, okay. Right. Bear with us, guys. Matrix got him. He's coming back. Ah, 1 second, guys. He will be returning. Storm will be returning. Oh, he's back. He's joining from 2 computers.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Okay, the internet's dying. I'm having technical difficulties. Everything good? Do I sound like a robot?
Yes. No, you don't sound like a robot. You don't look so right. You're
Okay.
back.
Sorry about that, guys. All right. I'd like to say thank you guys for joining. Everyone from Kingston, everyone else, welcome to my debut to the Blockchain Sensei Show. I want to give thanks to Ninja for letting me co-host for this episode. And today I'm going to try to keep it short but sweet. I'll try not to talk too much, but do my best to teach what I know and talk about the things that I do know. First lesson that I really want to push out is network is your net worth. Network is everything in life. The people you meet at our events, other events, any IRL events, that's where the real money is. That's where I recommend you to be. That's actually where I met Ninja, and that's how I'm here today. So I guess I'll start off as how I started in Solana. Started about a year ago, looked into it, seemed interesting because at these times I didn't really have money to do anything. So I thought, all right, cool. One of my friends was making 6 figures in a month of Ethereum NFTs. So in my head, I was like, all right, cool, let me get into it. But the thing is, Ethereum had too many gas fees. So I looked at Solana. Solana has very minimal gas fees. Solana, during the time, had a little bull run. It was good money. People were printing money. It was amazing. So actually, as funny as it is, I started off as a Discord mod. But you know what? Let me start off with NFTs and their basics. So an NFT, non-fungible token, is an image of value that varies heavily on either personal value or utility. So NFTs can be implemented into anything you guys see these days, right? An NFT can hold a share of a company. For example, I'll just give you a quick example of everything I'm saying. It can hold shares of a company. Let's say there's 4 NFTs, and all 4 of these NFTs have a smart contract that linked them to ownership of a company, right? So each one of these NFTs will own, for example, 25% of that company. If you own 1 NFT, you own 25. You own 2 NFTs, you own 50%. And so you can kind of sell them as a share. You could do the same thing with stocks of a company. You can sell them as NFTs. What's really cool as well is I learned this at an event. I went networked with some people who owned real estate NFT companies, right? He told me this. An NFT can actually hold a house on the smart contract. So a smart contract is kind of a contract that how do I explain this? It executes legal activity with an NFT in the real world, if that makes sense. So you can use a smart contract to link an NFT to a house. You can use a smart contract to link an NFT to ownership of a house. And through the trade of that NFT, what you can do actually is skip all the paperwork that is required to purchase a house. And all you have to do to claim the house is just KYC. So NFTs are basically, in my opinion, NFTs are the future. Blockchain is the future. To be honest, banks are really shit. Like, to be honest, when you guys want to withdraw large sums of money, let's say you go to a bank right now, want to withdraw 20,000, they're not going to let you withdraw 20,000. You want to transfer 20,000, they're realistically going to lock off your card and tell you can't do this. And also, there's a third party involved. With blockchains, etc., decentralization is the biggest pro. And speed. You can transfer very, very large sums of money very, very quickly. And these transactions are made within milliseconds and recorded. However, there's no real identity behind wallets. So it's still decentralized and still anonymous to a degree. So, of course, there's the dark side to crypto, as in money laundering. I personally know someone working for a KYC company who actively tackle money laundering schemes. And in the course, they literally mention how crypto is the biggest threat to their business. Ninja, are you making cereal?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, this is amazing. All right. So in the company, during their course, they actually tell you that crypto is one of the biggest threats to their business, because crypto is going to be the regular in the future. It's going to be the standard payment processing. It's going to be the standard way to make payments, etc. Right? Because it's decentralized and they can't really track it just to the same degree that a bank transfer can be tracked. So let's start with Solana, right? Let's talk about NFT projects in Solana. So NFT projects in general as a whole, what they do is they advertise art. Usually the art is linked to the utility of the project. And what they do is they launch the project to gather funds to execute this utility. So, for example, there's a project called Fruits, right? And they wanted to make a juice company. Correct me if I'm mistaken. They wanted to make a juice company and they were going to use the funds from the mint to create that juice company. And of course, the people holding the NFTs would benefit from it. So it's kind of, think of NFTs, NFT projects like startup companies. They require funding to make the utility, and they get the funding from the mint, which is the initial buy of the limited supply. So you guys know with like shoes and like reselling shoes, what happens is they have a limited supply and it's very difficult to buy one. What projects will do is the same thing with the shoes. You know how you can get a raffle ticket which guarantees a buy for the shoe. So what you can do is get a whitelist token, and with this whitelist token you have a guaranteed buy of the project. You have a guaranteed buy of one NFT. Depending on how many they give you, sometimes they whitelist you for 3 NFTs, etc. Right? So that I'm just trying to explain the basics so that when I carry on and go into detail, people don't get lost, because I know some people here might be really experienced and running their own projects and be founders themselves. Some people joining might have no clue what NFT is. So they require funding to make the utility. They use the mint, which is again the initial buy of limited supply, which is used to generate the funds, which are directly made to build the company, and it mutually benefits the consumer and the producer. So again, the project owner makes a company, consumer makes money. As the company builds value, the NFT increases in price as well as the company builds. So that's the very basics of it. And I can, if you guys want me to, I can go into detail and tell you what to look for within projects, and then I can then go on to explain how I do what I do and how I started.
Please.
All right. So a project, usually if you want to buy into a project, you'd look at engagement. Engagement is very important. A lot of the time these days, especially with Solana, projects will bot their Twitter to make it seem like they have more engagement than they do. So some small life hacks. What you do is you join the Discord, make sure that the chat's active. A little thing is you look at reactions to announcements. If people are really hyped up for a project, you'll see a lot of announcements. Let's say, for example, you see a project with a 3,000 supply and you're only seeing a couple hundred reactions to the announcements, you know that that project won't succeed. You also look at utility. How good is the utility? You look at art. The meta changes a lot within Solana. Solana is very, very varied, and everything can change within a day. As you guys can see from the dumps, etc. Projects aren't even selling out these days because, well, it's a bear market. People aren't really trying to put their money into Solana. So you look at engagement. You look at people talking about it. You look mainly on Twitter. I'll be honest. Solana NFTs, Twitter is your best friend. And the thing is with Twitter, you have to curate your timeline. Make sure that your timeline is valuable. Make sure when you go on Twitter, it's not you looking at memes, not you looking at this and that. The main thing is you want projects, you want people sharing projects, you want people to be talking about the big projects, what they're going to be doing, etc. A lot of good things are, one good thing is spaces. So what people do is they host Discord and Twitter spaces for projects, right? It will be like large influencers, large projects hosting a space where the project owner of this potential NFT company that's launching soon to come on and talk about their company and talk about how they're going to be executing their utility, their roadmap, explain their white paper in detail. And then they do like a Q&A, and people, like random people, public people, just randomly go on and be like, okay, yo, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? And the founder is put in a position where he's pressured and he has to answer. And if he answers correctly and people do well in the AMAs, they're called AMAs. If people do well in these AMAs, usually the project's hyped, it gets exposure, people are more bullish on the project, and of course you buy into it and try to get a whitelist token as quick as possible. So again, what I was saying earlier is your network is your net worth within the space. So within Solana, if you meet people that are working within projects and you build a somewhat of a connection, you provide them value, what you can actually do is kind of move scummy with it and get a whitelist token from your friend. A lot of people do that actually. A lot of the times what happens is large projects that you've invested into will get whitelist tokens for brand new projects. And what will be really good about investing into this large project is, of course, you get access to other projects. You get access to a community, access to people with funding, different people with different jobs. You'll start to learn about development. You start to learn more about projects. You start to learn more about NFTs and actually launching your own project at some point. And you'll meet people that you'll need in the future. So again, the same way I said you can network in real life and with events. Initially, I started on NFT projects. So how I started on NFTs was actually I started with $0 and £0. I was completely broke. And my friend was working for a project and gave me a whitelist token. As I explained earlier, if you know people, you can get the whitelist token. It's a little bit scummy, but it happens a lot. And I'll be honest, that's just how it is, right? So I wouldn't.
Sorry, because point that I wouldn't call it scummy. Like at the end of the day, I always tell people one of my favorite things I tell people is it's the blockchain, but business happens off chain.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, like business is business, so people will forward. Like of course, it's like you got. It's obvious that people will give their friends whitelists. So
Yeah.
which is why you want to become the friend. Like
Yeah,
I don't think you should just. I don't think we should even think of it as scummy. I think we should just think of it as first mover advantage and what is to be expected in business. Of course, friends and first movers benefit the most, i.e., get free whitelists. So I wouldn't think of it as anything more than just like traditional business.
I'll be honest with you. I'm saying it's scummy for the public, but I do it all the time, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's talk about projects. So I started off with £0, $0, everything. I started on a project called Eagles. My friend Mosey, which some of you will know from the 222. Mosey used to work with me there. Mosey gave me the whitelist token, and what ended up happening was I sold that token for £180. That was the first time I ever saw real money, and I was so excited. And then straight away, I used that money to mint the project. So when I minted the project, I flipped it. So then I made my first, I say $250 ish in my crypto wallet. And this was around the time that Solana was around, I'd say $180. And I remember buying one Solana at the time and going completely broke. It was hilarious. But anyways, so from Eagles, what ended up happening was the same guy, Mosey, got me a job as a Discord mod. Since I've been using Discord for like 4 to 5 years, I used to use Discord for gaming. I used to always play games. So I like learned how to make friendly servers, like servers with my friends, etc. And I was on Discord 24/7, so I knew how to work around it. And personally, I think I have good social skills. So what ended up happening was they put me into the project, and I'll be so honest, dead rejects, I carried that project. What I did was I was in there every single day. I saw the money that people were making. I was like, okay. So I was in there every single day. Keep in mind, these times I was hungry. I had no money, and I was like, okay, this is where I start. I was trying to make a name for myself as well as I can. So I built up a reputation where I was getting engagement. I was engaging with people. I was answering tickets. Anyone needed help, support tickets, I was there. People were DMing me, asking for help. I was there. Engagement, I did more than the owner did. So what ended up happening was the head mod for that project ended up seeing the work I put in, etc. And he was like, yo, I want you to work for me. And he made his own project. And from there, it's kind of just been like it's kind of been a thing where one project will build massive reputation. I'd get promoted with it. Within it, I'd build my personal reputation, and more people will see that and be like, okay, I want the Storm guy with me. And so over time, when people saw my name within big projects, they'd see, all right, okay, this guy provides value. And of course, the one thing I always preach is learn a skill and monetize that skill. And funnily enough, my skill was being a decent mod, which is, to be honest, anyone can be a decent mod. But it was also the fact that I could make professional Discords very quick and very efficiently and very cheap. So someone reached out to me through Mosey again, and he asked me to make him a Discord server. Shout out to Ski. He's the guy who's running the 222 DAO right now. So Ski messaged me and he's like, yo, listen, I heard you can make Discord servers. I was like, yeah, bro. Cool, made the Discord server. Ski had massive attention on him. The DAO had massive attention. And then over time, of course, people knew that I made the server. It kind of built my reputation as the guy that is needed for a Discord. So of course, over time, projects would hit me up, be like, yo, we'll pay you set amount for a project. And to be honest, you think that making a Discord, you wouldn't really charge that much, but within Web3, everyone upcharges you. I'll be so honest. So people will charge you like $500, $800 just to make a simple Discord and run it for you. So what I ended up doing was I saw the benefit of being able to have a job working position within these projects. So I compromised and said, all right, cool, send me $200. I'll make you this Discord. But with this agreement, I will run the Discord until mint. So I'll be head mod, I'll take the mod position, etc. So what this granted me actually was a free whitelist and of course a wage. So this was kind of my gateway into everything. Over time, I built my network. I met a lot of people. Like, if any job you need done, let me know. Within Solana, trust me, you need anything done, let me know. I've worked with launching projects. I've worked with development, Web3 development, Web2 development. I've worked with game development within Solana. I've worked within Discords. I've run influencer accounts. I've run project accounts. Anything you can name, I have experience within. And all that started with me just making a simple Discord and me just meeting people and talking to people. And of course, hard work really pays off. I was literally going out with my friends 24/7 on my phone, on the Discord. And as nerdy as it sounds, it was me in the chat talking. And you know what it is? People will shit on me at the time. Oh, yeah, you're a Discord mod, this and that. And it's hilarious. But to be honest, it paid off. And now I am where I am today, being able to comfortably, like, thankfully, thank God, I'm religious. So alhamdulillah, I'm able to go on holiday, pay for it myself. When this time last year,
Hey, I saw
couldn't even
the
get a
holiday
Tesco
I
meal
come
though.
back. He was spending money in Dubai. I saw.
Bro,
He
Ninja
was
calls
spending
me at
money.
some
He was
point.
spending money.
I'm sat in Dubai on the 51st floor. This guy's like, show me the view, show me the view. But yeah, man, I'll be honest, it's not a thing where I'm trying to boast. Of course not. It's the thing where I was stuck in the worst position last year, where to the point where I couldn't even go to Tesco. And being able to say I am where I am today after only a year, I'm really proud of it. And I hope you guys can see that if you guys just simply have a skill and monetize yourself off of that skill, you could do so much with your life. And I preach this to my friends every day, because I've been blessed enough to be in the position I am, and I try my best to put my friends in the same position. Because actually, funny story, after I started working with projects, etc., and building a name for myself, I was invited to a exclusive event in central London. So this event was the Real Estate X NFT event, right? They were talking about real estate and NFT. So real estate agency owners would come in, NFT gurus, people that work within the metaverse would come in. And so I was 17 at the time. And I was 17 years old in a room full of 30-plus-year-olds, sat there with luxury watches, suits probably over $2,000, pounds, whatever you work with. And I'm sat there in my £100 next suit in the watch I borrowed off my brother, and just talking to people about how I'm doing work here and there. And honestly, from there, I got invited to Parliament. And so what happened was everyone there saw that I was young and I was hungry and I was doing my thing. And I've built so much in such a small amount of time. They told me, listen, Hussein, the guy, Balbir, Ninja, I think you know Balbir.
Yeah, I know Balbir well.
Balbir stood me up at the front. Balbir was like, listen, Hussein, you're only 17 years old and look where you are now. Imagine in 5 years' time. Shouts to Balbir. He told me, Hussein, what were you going to do after 5 p.m. today? I told him I'm probably going to go home. He's like, well, now you've earned yourself an invite to Parliament, to the Metaverse talk with the MP. And so it was one of the greatest moments of my life. Funny enough, I had to run home and get my passport because I forgot my ID. So made my way to Parliament, and I took a lot of things in that day. I learned a lot of things from just going to an event, and honestly, gaining access to Parliament was just insane. And meeting Balbir, meeting all the other VCs that he introduced me to, it was kind of a gateway into the business side of things, separate from NFTs. And so people and you know what? I'll give you guys free game right now. When you speak to VCs, you sit there and let them talk, because they will give you ideas. They will show you where the money is, because they have money. And what they do 24/7 is surround themselves with people that have money. So what they do is they've catered their mind to talk about money all day, every day. So you sit there and listen to people talk who are in a better position than you, so that you can understand and be in that position. So
Mhm.
one of the main things one of the guys said on the panel in Parliament was success is not reaching the top of the mountain. Success is reaching the top of the mountain, going back down and bringing everyone up with you. So to be honest, that's
Wait, say that one more time and slowly.
I'll repeat it. So success is not reaching the top of the mountain. Success is reaching the top of the mountain, going back down and bringing everyone else with you. And that's what a metaverse is heading towards. Literally everyone can eat. There's always a slice for anyone. And what I try to do is try to encourage people, learn about NFTs. You don't even have to invest. Like you really don't. I'll be honest, just learn about NFTs, because to be honest, current markets, current projects, they might not last forever. I'll be so honest. But the idea of NFTs, the implementation of NFTs into the real world is where the money is and where the future lies. And that's the main thing I preach to people is cool. You can jump on Solana right now, make money. Okay, that's amazing, right? You'll make a couple hundred, you make a couple thousand, you make tens of thousands. Okay, but the real money, the millions are in the business side of things that involve NFTs. You wanna build a company, you wanna build a brand for yourself within NFTs and try to innovate within the future. And that's exactly why I started the company Tetsu. So just to talk about that real quick, I won't talk too much about it. It's an educational company that I've started with Mosey, the guy who got me into NFTs. And so our main goal is to teach people, get them into not the Solana space, but just into NFTs, just to teach people in general, get people to learn. And to be honest, in my head, education is a priority. I'll be so honest, education is insane. You teach yourself how to do things, and knowledge will grant you gateways into things you never, ever thought you'd be at.
Could have even imagined.
So, just to sum up, I'll be honest, networking at events is a great way to build connections and potentially further your career or business. In general, try to teach yourself. At these events, you can just sit there and just learn. I'll be so honest, if you bring no value, you can just listen, and over time, of course, you'll get your own ideas, and from there you can build everything yourself. And so prioritize education. Knowledge is power, and of course, as you've heard, power usually comes with responsibility, and that responsibility is teaching. Teaching allows for new perspectives and innovations within the space and within life. And I believe that my goal is to create a platform where I can speed up that gain of knowledge. I believe that I can build a platform that is a catalyst of knowledge. The way catalysts work is they allow for an alternative pathway, which requires less effort and yields the same result. What I want to do is I want to give people a chance to learn from specialists, the best in the game at what they do, and allow for people who are knowledgeable to have a voice. So what I want to do is build a community, try to teach as much as I can. And of course, I started this with Tetsu, and I'm also trying to carry this on with the Kingston Society. So of course, if you guys have any questions, you guys want to talk to me now, you guys want to talk to me privately, of course, you can just message me at any time. I'll try my best to answer your questions. But I'll be honest, at the stage I'm at right now, I'm going to do my best to try to teach. But at the same time, I'm still teaching myself. Again, I told you education was a priority. And the only way I could do what I've done today up until this point is by teaching myself and learning from other people. So I'll be honest, try to humble yourselves. Even if you think that somebody's less knowledgeable than you, always hear them out. And I want to wrap this up, see if you guys have any questions, see if Ninja wants to add anything to that. Thank you guys for hearing me out. I'm going to hand it over to Ninja now.
Yes. I like that. I like how what's so interesting is, because I got in crypto in 2015, so I bought Bitcoin early. I actually lost nearly 2 Bitcoin in the 2018 bull run through something called BitConnect. I think it's very interesting how, like, your story is very unique, because you basically came up off a free mint off a whitelist. Like, you built yourself from a whitelist NFT, sold the NFT, flipped that, and then basically built within crypto. And it's good that you have that self-awareness to understand that, yeah, that's where you came from, but you see the big vision. Because I feel like quite a few, there's like a handful of I call them NFT guys I find it crazy that people came up with NFTs
Mhm.
first, even before they opened, like even before they did a trade on Coinbase or Binance, and you get stuck in that world, and you think that like that is the world. One thing that I told about, because I'll be so real, I didn't flip one NFT in the whole 2021 bull run. What I did was I acquired equity in NFT projects. One of the most significant ones is one called the Universally Challenged, which is on Ethereum. It's just basically like 1,000 unique drawn aliens, right? Nothing too crazy, but I own like 12.5% of that project because I put the development and the Discord management together. But anyway, it's good that you like. I told everyone that was flipping NFT PFPs, there's gonna be this is not gonna last forever. This is not gonna last forever, and it's good that you understand. You have the self-awareness that that's how you made your money. But like Storm says, the real money is in business. To be honest, I want to just open up the floor to everyone and anyone who's got questions, especially because we've got a special guest here. So let's start off by picking. So Mahir, you're in the Zoom. Do you have a question for Storm? Anything NFT Solana related?
Hi there, brothers. I just wanted to ask Storm a question about any tips, any ways of improving just generalized knowledge about the space, NFTs, and all of the sorts. Any kind of tips that he might have used just to help him.
All right, I can answer that. So I recommend joining a DAO, whether it's free or whether it's paid. It's really, really beneficial. And I'm not saying this because I work within a DAO. It's genuinely very useful. People that join DAOs will have access to alpha callers. So alpha callers will give you free alpha and tell you this project will pump. But the thing is, of course, you don't buy into the project blindly. What you do is you analyze why that project will pump. So over time, it kind of becomes second nature. So what I recommend is meeting people, going on Twitter, understand why projects are pumping and why projects are receiving the hype they're receiving, what kind of utility that benefits the space. But in general, with flipping NFTs, it's very, very basic. It's very based on hype and like short-term flipping, at least. It's very based on hype and engagement. And of course, when the hype and engagement dies, it just follows very, very basic, like economical rules, if that makes sense. So of course, there'll be the initial pump, then it will dump for a bit. It will hold its ground until they, of course, make an announcement. It will pump again. So what you have to keep an eye out on is these announcements. So it's very difficult to keep up with multiple projects at once consistently. So my personal recommendation, honestly, is to join a DAO. Joining a DAO is basically like an alpha group where people can just talk as a community. And of course, there will be people who consistently and get paid. Actually, they have wages. They get paid to just do research on projects. And then, of course, give you that information. And meeting people in general, again, network is your net worth. A lot of the time, I get alpha off my friends. My friend will just message me saying, yo, I heard this, that about that project. Funnily enough, OK Bears, the project I bought into the other day, around
Yes, big ups, OK
Solana.
Bears. They're doing amazing things.
OK Bears was a project that launched. I forgot what the mint price was. I think it was 10 Sol. I'm not sure. And it pumped to 250 within like the first week, I think, which is crazy because these times Solana was over $100. So it pumped from, let's say, 1,000 to 25, if I'm doing the maths right.
Yeah, it's 24,000.
Yeah, which is crazy. But right now, of course, with the Solana bear market, etc., everything dumped. So it was sat at 66 Solana the other day. And I got a message from my friend saying, OK Bears is planning to use their funds since also DGod's moved. This is just free alpha again. Since DGod's moved off the Solana chain, there's kind of a vacuum where the top blue chips are going to be competing for. So they're going to be competing for that number one position. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, OK Bears and Blocksmith Labs are the two projects that are really going to be in competition with DGods. Since DGod's now moved to Polygon, I think that OK Bears or BSL have the potential to take that number one spot. And I think that OK Bears is more likely to do that because BSL is doing really well, but their mint platform has gone to shit. And in general, they don't have as much funds as OK Bears. OK Bears has 10 million within their treasury, and they're planning to expand their brand, etc. And of course, once I got this alpha, I bought it for 66. I woke up in the morning, it was at 86. So that was $200 within one trade, and I didn't even look at twice. And of course, I could have sold it then, but it dumped back down, of course, because that's what happens. Hype comes, people buy in, people sell. So I still haven't sold, even though it's gone back down to around 70, because I genuinely believe it in the long term. This is another thing I wanted to touch up on. Long term, it doesn't really matter if you lose or make money in the short term. As in, I don't mind buying something for $500 if it will dump to 200, and then of course increase a lot more in the long term. Because when you buy into a project, you want to buy in for the team, the utility, and you have to make sure they're builders. Because cool, a project will dump and you minted it, okay, that's fine. But if a project's team are genuine builders, over time, that floor price will just follow up. The company will build, and the project floor price will just follow up with the effort that's being put in by the team.
Okay, that was a very cohesive answer. Mahir, you satisfied with that?
Yeah, no, I'm very satisfied with that. Thanks for that, Storm.
No worries.
Okay. All right, next up, let's go for iPhone. We only got one iPhone in here. Have you got a question? iPhone with the purple eye.
Anyone have questions?
I'm gonna pick on people individually. All right, cool. Never mind for iPhone. Let's go for Nzube. Nzube, how you doing?
Oh, everyone's ghosted.
I'm good. No,
There you go.
sorry, I was trying to switch up I had Bloomberg News in the background and I didn't want to bore you with the sound, so I had to switch that off and find the unmute. Thanks. Good to meet you all, and thanks for the presentations. Ninja, good to see you again.
Yeah.
I don't have any questions as such. I was just listening. I like the message. I like the energy. I like the humility you bring to the table. And I think, yeah, you're smashing it. Keep it up. I guess if I could ask anything, it would be maybe just to make it a bit more personal. How do you plan to spend your new year?
Oh, New Year's. Oh, okay. To be honest, I'm probably gonna go Central London for New Year's and just see the fireworks display. I think there's gonna be a fireworks display, but other than that, to be honest, I have a lot of work to do. There's a couple projects I'm working with, so I'm gonna be spending most of my days working. But of course, I'm gonna have time to myself, have time to relax, time with my friends. And again, good thing is a good balance in life. Having a good balance between work and, of course, relaxation, I think is a key to putting in more work. Surprisingly enough, working less kind of makes you work more, but of course, there's a balance you have to upkeep.
Okay, nice. I guess a bit of context. I've been in the space for a minute. I've been more learning than anything else. Study computer science and work in finance now. But for me, the NFT space and crypto space, been familiar with for some time, and I'm looking to launch a few NFT projects in 2023. So we'll see. If any of them do launch, would definitely be reaching out again about that Discord mod, because we will need that. And it sounds like you are the right connect. Well, we'll get to you through Blockchain Sensei team. So thanks again for sharing, and all the best. Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you very much. Very nice.
Thank you, Nzube. Hope we see each other soon. All right, let's pick on someone else. So, Mahir, I've asked. iPhone, you got a chance. Hades, how you doing, Hades? Is Hades in the building?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. What are you saying, bro?
I'm good, bro.
Have you got a question for Storm?
Nah, I don't really have a question. I was just like trying to listen and understand the NFT thing, but I don't really have a question, thank you.
Okay, are you involved in NFTs? Have you ever purchased an NFT before?
No, I want to get started, so that's why I'm looking out for these things, these events and stuff to help me.
Okay. Do you have a decentralized wallet?
Nah.
Have you opened up a centralized exchange? Like, have you opened up a Coinbase or a Binance?
Yeah, I have a Binance.
Okay. So next step you need to do is you got to create a MetaMask. So do you understand what a wallet is? Do you know the difference between your Binance, which is a centralized exchange, and a wallet? Do you understand the difference?
Nah, not really. That's why I still need to research into it and figure
All
more
right,
things
I'm
out.
gonna give it to you real quick because this is gonna be on the internet forever. Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, what have you, they're centralized exchanges. An exchange is a place where you buy and sell assets. So you deposit your pound sterling in Binance and then you convert that pound sterling to crypto. Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Right. So, but do you understand that like a bank, yeah, like a bank, the money's not yours till you go to the cash machine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
So the crypto on Binance is like, let's imagine Binance is Lloyd's TSB, right? All the money in your Lloyd's TSB is not yours till you take it out the cash machine. Because they're holding your pound sterling. So Binance is holding your crypto right now. So if you want to withdraw that crypto, you can withdraw the crypto and send the crypto into a wallet. And a wallet is a place where you hold crypto. Yeah. And then with that wallet, what happens is, let's say you buy Ethereum on Binance. You send the Ethereum out into a wallet. One of the most popular wallets is MetaMask, or you can get a Coinbase wallet. But I just recommend MetaMask, right? Because it's easy. Or you can use Trust Wallet. Anyway, now you've got your Ethereum in MetaMask, yeah, on your computer or on your phone or whatever, and then you connect MetaMask to a NFT exchange or NFT marketplace, for example, OpenSea, and then you and that's where you can buy the NFTs for crypto. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes more sense when you say it like that.
So the next step you need to do, like if anyone is in Hayes' journey right now where you don't really understand NFTs, but you've at least got a Binance account or Coinbase account, the next thing you need to learn is creating a decentralized wallet and sending your crypto from your exchange to your wallet. That's the next step you need to learn. And once you've learned that step, that's when you can learn to swap the crypto that's in the wallet for NFTs. So right now, the reason why NFT is not connecting with you or is not quite hitting is because you've not created a wallet yet. You've not sent your crypto out of your exchange. That's the second step. And the buying the NFT is the third or fourth step. So you need to move on to step 2 first. And that'll make more sense. Okay, ACG. How you doing, ACG? You in the building?
ACG, you there?
All right. What about? Oh, Bill. How you doing, Bill? You got a question? So Bill, unmuted the mic. Okay. Bill and ACG, if you got a question, ask it now. Otherwise, I'm going to go over to the last 2 people. Squared. Have we got Squared in the room? Some people are at the gym and stuff like that this time, isn't it? Okay. What about Devon? Tell me you're there. He's on America. Okay. Devon, you may be the final question because others didn't get back. So, Devon, have you got a killer question for Storm about NFTs?
So you kind of glossed over it really quick, but I heard you talking about real estate NFTs, and I wanted to know what. I kind of have 2 questions, or it's a 2-part question.
No, ask, please.
What is something that you learned from like attending that, and why was it noteworthy? I'll ask my second question after.
Wait, so why was attending the real estate X NFT event worthy, right? That was the question?
No, I said what was something that you learned and why was it noteworthy?
So something that I've learned from the event, and why was it worthy, you said?
Yeah, why was it noteworthy?
So to be honest, attending these events, you don't really know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect at all. But what I learned from going there was I had the basic grasp of NFTs, but I had zero grasp on real estate. I had no idea how real estate worked, and that was something I really want to get into in the future. And to be honest, going to these events, it's just very good to meet people in general. Even though you might not have anything to talk to, you might hear them out, hear their pitch, and understand what their company does, and in the future you might need them. So maybe I did learn a lot about real estate and how real estate works. I learned about how NFTs could be implemented to real estate. I went to Parliament and learned a lot more about NFTs as a whole, which I actually didn't even know about because I was very limited and I was exclusive to Solana NFTs, which is, in the whole grand scheme of things, it is very limited and very small compared to the Ethereum market. But in general, I learned that networking is very important. I met a lot of people that have benefited me from these events. And to be honest, there's not really much to touch on that.
So it sounds like it was like a combination of NFTs and real estate rather than like NFT real estate, which would be like metaverse real estate. And that was kind of like where I was like confused when you were first talking because you kind of glossed over it really quickly. But how were they integrating NFTs into real estate?
Okay, so I can explain. So when I went, what happened was I got introduced to everyone individually, right? I met Balbir. Balbir was the host of the event, and of course, I told him what I did, and then he was really excited to see someone young. He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna introduce you to everyone. And so I had an idea for a pitch to do. I can say this now publicly. There was an idea that I wanted to do that involved virtual viewing, as in using the metaverse within real estate, as in because of COVID, etc. I wanted to figure out a way to do 3D virtual viewings within like the website or like within the metaverse, but you know what I mean, just to avoid going to the actual house. But it's a thing where I can't go into too much detail about it. But that was the initial idea, and what I wanted to do is meet someone that could make it happen. And so I told Balbir about the idea. He was like, all right, cool. He introduced me to everyone individually. I understood that there was a guy, CEO of a company called Phoenix Community, and their company, they do is, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this was a long time ago, I'm pretty sure they sell properties on Oxford Street as NFTs, which was really cool. And that's something I never knew could be a thing. And of course,
Sorry,
that's why.
just for the record, because Devon's out in America, Oxford Street is a very expensive road in London.
Yeah, it's one of the most. You know, when you think London, Oxford Street is where you go.
Okay.
So I learned, so I understood that, and then of course, after a while, I was speaking to people, and the guy told me that you can just skip all the paperwork within, as you don't have to do deeds, you don't need a lawyer, etc., to do paperwork to buy houses. He was just like, you can just straight up buy an NFT linked to a house, you can KYC and like claim the house as yours, which just skips so many steps, saves so much time and effort and money. And that's where it really opened up my view and perspective on NFTs, and realized that you could literally implement them into anything. He also told me that he's the one that taught me that you can purchase stocks of a company through NFTs as well. There's just a lot of things you could really implement NFTs to. You could literally, for example, you connect an NFT to a vending machine. You could buy an NFT and the vending machine will give you a drink if you use the NFT to claim it. Like, you could just do anything. That was just a random idea that I came up with the top of my head. You could do anything with NFTs, bro. And that's what really opened up my mind, was me going to this event and speaking to these people. And of course, these guys are 30 plus with like what major companies. They're working at JP Morgan. They're working for, they own Phoenix Community Capital, and they own massive NFT projects. They own massive companies. And of course, these guys have money to spend, and they're VCs. And me going there as a broke 17-year-old, and just listening to what these people had to say, it was just like there's a whole new world and a whole new aspect of life that I just haven't tapped into.
Yes, sir.
Something else I'll add. It's Unzube again. Hi.
Hi.
Because you said a few things, and I thought it's worth sharing a bit more insight with respect to NFTs. You're spot on. It's beyond the aesthetic artwork or even purchasing real estate and doing KYC in a fraction of the time and energy, but it's more about an authentic way to capture and represent value in a way that's trusted by all stakeholders. So, for instance, I have a friend / colleague who's running a project in Australia, and it's a mining project. This is mining precious metals from the earth and selling obviously some light processing into other things, from jewelry to other forms, and selling. And they're doing it on the blockchain. So they don't talk NFTs, they talk more, it's on a blockchain. So it's around the technology to represent the provenance of the material, the certificates for the precious stones. And also it speeds up when it comes to, I don't know if you know much about shipping, imports, exports. There are usually quite a few layers of documents that need to be processed and sent across if you're going to put stuff on a ship. And those documents need to be manually matched. Sometimes they're digitally matched, but still it's very labor intensive, and human error is obviously a risk. But if you have a lot of this done on a blockchain, then it makes that process smoother, faster, and more efficient. So there's much more to it than
And trustless as well.
Exactly, it does cost less. And she's
No,
using
no,
this
no.
live.
Trustless.
Trustless? What do you mean by trustless?
Trustless means you don't need to trust it because it's a smart contract. It's public. It's immutable. It's on the blockchain. It's automatic.
So trustless as a phrase, I'm not quite sure if I can get my head around that, because I think one needs trust in order to do any business. So if you're
Okay,
saying
let me familiarize you. Trustless is an accepted term in blockchain across the board. So trustless means the most trustworthy because trust is not required.
I struggle
That's
with
what's meant
that
by
because I
trustless.
think a lot of the times, okay, I come from the finance industry, and a lot of the time people think crypto blockchain is so new and so novel and come up with things, but I think sometimes when we go back to basics, we still need a level of the ABC. So I think I would rather call it super trust, or no, but calling it trust, I don't know. Anyway, I'll park that and get off my soapbox. But I hear you. I think for from a trading perspective, it just allows for a better business user journey, right? Just something to think about.
Thank you very much. And what is it you do in traditional finance in Zube?
Mostly venture capital.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so I think we'll wrap it here because it is 9:15. And we're formally supposed to end the show at 9. Given that we did start 10 minutes late. Storm, have you got any final words of wisdom? Anything you really want to let people know? You can plug yourself in, tell them to follow the IG, the TikTok, etc.
All right, I guess I'll just plug myself real quick. Instagram is StormWeb3. Same thing for the TikTok. Right now, honestly, words of wisdom, just work, network, try, learn. Education is key in everything in life. No matter what you want to get into, you have to learn it. And network is your net worth. Again, I can't emphasize how important meeting people is. I specialize in Solana NFTs, but I've got myself into such good leverage positions in Ethereum as well because of the people I know. I specialize in Discords, etc. But I've gone into marketing for projects, and we've marketed successful projects. Just all from networking. Networking is giving yourself a gateway to knowledge, and knowledge is everything within everything. And
Yes,
I'd like to wrap it up there, to be honest. That's all I have to say.
Okay, there you go. Storm Web 3.0, head of Kingston Uni Crypto Society, one of my homies in real life, who I actually met at Brunel University, at a Brunel University crypto event. Shouts to Michi and Tete, he run the Brunel University Society. Get in touch with Storm. He's still super young. I think he's got a great career in Web3. You will definitely see Blockchain Sensei and Storm work together in 2023. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. NFT Fridays every single Monday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Lock in soon. Thank you very much, guys. And Happy New Year. This is the last piece of content from Blockchain Sensei on
Happy-
YouTube until 2020.